Okay, straps. Lay your fish out. Make sure the top strap is flat going up. Make sure the bottom strap is flat going up. Take your two ends, lift them, and then put the fold edge together, and then the open edge is here, and you're just going to open it up. Once you've opened it up, you can pin it or not pin it. I tend not to use pins. You can write me and maybe convince me, but I doubt it.
No. If you don't need pins,
And
that's fine.
okay, I'm going to do just a little back stitch. I'm doing about 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Just go ahead and finish opening this up. Stitch all the way down. And then I'll back stitch at the end. Just a little back stitch. Because I don't really want to make a bulk. Okay. Now, this is where the magic happens. Check and make sure that your strap
Isn't twisted.
is not twisted. See how it's nice and flat?
Yep.
Comes right up here. Okay, now you can trim your threads so you don't have to deal with those. And I open up that seam and finger press it.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Yep, that way you don't have a bulk. So open it up, finger press it, or if you got one of those little magic tools that does that. I like how it makes my finger nice and shiny when I do a lot of this. It's just about like you got polish just on the tip of your nail.
Weirdo.
Okay, now we're going to do this stitch here that is going to kind of not show as much as if you went and back stitched and went back and forward to start off with. So what I'm going to do is just
Hold on, let me get closer. Okay, go ahead.
about 1/4 of an inch up from where my stitching stopped. I'm going to start and I'm going to put my needle down right on that line because you want to follow the
threads.
line.
There you go.
And a little bit more. There we go. There. Now that you're on that line, I'm going to tuck this thread back. Look, we all have issues. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to start with a very tiny stitch, like when I ended. So I start with the tiny stitch. I go a little ways, and then I slowly bring it up to my regular stitch length. And then continue till I get to just before, see here where my stitches are starting again? So just before I get there, I want to start turning my stitch length down so that I end up going over that same line with the tiny stitch. It kind of basically locks it in.
Whoa!
I kind of cut that a little short. Let's go here. Then you can take your thread and cut it off right at the fabric on one side. Turn it over, cut it right off at the fabric. Voila. And then look, you do not have a bulky seam where you started and stopped. You can't see it.
It's good.
Now you turn and you do the same exact thing on this side. And then your fish bag
Is finished.
is done.
Yay! Good job, Rhoda.